the rehab, when they painted the whole place baby blue.
Yeah.
They hit everything. I mean, literally everything. This concrete, everything was blue.
Oh, God.
Oh.
You know, I recall seeing you wear the exact same stuff on one of the other podcasts. I saw it on a short.
That was just my game attire. This came from T-ball.
They still let you play?
Eric in the
I
house.
just keep my helmet on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
One I grew up with.
Aren't you a little old for that?
Yes. Oh, that's nice.
You know, we just got done saying that without you being here, there was no one to be the butt of the jokes. Speaking of butts.
Well, I'm here. I'm here to be that. I see new cables. I see new.
Well, see from down there, you can see. Because, you know, I don't know if they told you yet, but I've now taken over the main seat.
See what you get when you miss meetings?
This is beautiful. What did you do?
Hey, and look at that. Ahead of you.
It's gorgeous. This is new cables?
We're going big time, dude.
And a TV.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not buying nothing more. I ain't fucking buying nothing. I'm getting a TV. I'm gonna be in a dome soon.
Take it away, Mark. Or substitute Eric.
Not to be confused.
Or would the substitute Eric like to take it over?
No, Mark, got it.
Welcome to the Smoke and Steel podcast. Tonight, joining Walt is Jim, the Godfather, Eric, and me, Mark. We hope you enjoy it.
And we're off. So what's everybody smoking tonight?
I'm doing our Fuente Hemingway signature.
I don't know why you always ask. The Tabernacle Double Corona Maduro.
I got the Laranja from Espinosa.
Ah.
And I got a Patina Habano for tonight.
I did order, based on something I remember from Walt the other day, I got a box of Olmecs.
Ah.
So I found them, Neptune had them in stock. So I just ordered a box, spun the wheel, got 18%.
Nice.
What does a box of Olmecs run?
I think it was...
Because I think I paid like $18 the last time I bought them in a store.
So there's 12 in the box, and let me see if I can find my email. I'll tell you how much it was. I think it was almost 200.
He can't see with his glasses on.
No, I can't. Never mind. Yeah, it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 for the box. Got free shipping. Like I said, spun the wheel, got 18%. I think it ended up costing me somewhere in the neighborhood of like $167 out the door with tax.
That's not bad.
For a box of 12. Oh, I jumped all over that. Funny thing is, as we're looking at pricing, so again, this is my cigar, the Tabernacle. I love it. I looked at what I got them for. I've been looking at where I'm trying to find them. Nobody has them again. They're not in stock. But the MSRP has gone up again. It was $330. Now it's over $360. And I was a little shocked it went up so much. So I started doing a little digging as to some of the causes. And I realized or saw August of this year, tariffs on Nicaraguan tobacco and cigars went up to 18%.
What was it before?
That I don't know, but the way I read it, it indicated that there was probably a decent jump. So it may have jumped up as much as 10%, which would probably make up the difference going from $330 to $360 a box. So I don't know if you guys are seeing that anywhere else on any of the stuff, but maybe keep an eye out. That's going to increase prices.
That's actually not what I would have guessed. So I'm pretty sure that comes out of the AJ Fernandez factory, and he had that big fire. And I know that the New Worlds that I buy have gone up about $20 a box, and I didn't think of the tariffs. I just assumed it was sort of passed along cost of rebuilding that factory,
which is what I assumed as well, because they come from there. And again, I saw the jumps, so I just happened to do a little digging on the things just to see what they were, and the tariffs literally went up in August to 18%. So that could explain why we're seeing the jump in prices.
Man, that's unfortunate. That's a substantial increase.
Yeah, I don't know what the previous tariffs were. I'm sure we can Google that and find out. I'll Google that while we're sitting here, because I am curious. Now that you got me asking.
Yeah, because I could go across the board
It definitely would. That would affect a lot of cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of curious, by comparison, what other countries are...
Right, I was just wondering if the Dominicans hit with that too.
And we see a lot of cigars come out of Honduras, too.
So there were, the Nicaraguan had the highest. The other ones were in the 10% range because it talked about the Dominican, it talked about the couple other countries.
Oh, that stings, because Nicaraguans are that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's probably 90% of what I smoke.
Man, I'm going to start smoking a whole lot more LaFleurs. Now it's a Dominican.
So according to Google search, it did go up to 18%. It was going to be that in April. They hauled off on them. Then they came back again. And in August, it went up. Nicaragua is 10%. So for whatever reason, I'm sorry, Honduras or the DR or whatever, other ones are like 10%. It's not telling me what it was before that, though, in this search. Clearly, it went up a bit, though.
Yeah.
I'd have to assume it went up 8 to 10%.
Yeah, and I can't imagine the cigar factories are going to just eat that cost.
No.
But I mean, when you think about that, though, so the tariff is on the wholesale cost, right?
Yes, it's on the wholesale price coming in.
So I wonder if that's being keystoned.
What do you mean?
Well, because cigars are keystone. Generally, wholesale is 50% of what you pay. So if it's $200 box of cigars, the retailer's buying it for $100. So 18% on $100 would be $18. Mm-hmm. Well, if it's the retail cost, now that $18 is $36. That's more in line with what you were just saying the jump was.
The amounts coming on the tariffs, from what I've seen on other tariffs, it's always the wholesale cost.
Mm-hmm.
So not the end retail. It's the cost of the product that's being brought in, however it's set up. So
I'm wondering if the retailer is seeing the tariffed price, that jump, and is just keystoning it.
Bumping it up and doing it, doubling it.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the case. I can't blame them. It's a little shitty to do, but I can see how it would happen.
Yeah, he's got to make the $18 up somewhere.
Well, the retailer wouldn't be making it up. That's what Walt's saying is the product was $100. It went to $118 is what they paid. And if he's selling it at the $118, he's doubling the price, even though the product itself was only $100.
Oh, he doubled the price. It's now
$236. But the actual product itself is only $100 a box. It's the taxes and tariff that they pay on it that causes it the extra $18.
We have to find a wholesaler.
Trust me, that thought has crossed my mind.
We want to order one box, just one box.
Well, sir, our minimum is 25 boxes.
Not a problem. We'll pool our money and buy 100.
Now, years ago, I had a wholesale account with Zycar for the humidors, but then they started selling cigars, and I was able to buy the cigars at wholesale cost, which was fantastic, but that has since long gone. Those were the HCs. They were really good cigars for the money.
Oh, I used to
they were even better at half price.
Zycar made them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were branded Zycar. They actually, I forget who made them for them.
Okay.
I think it was AJ.
I think it was a Nicaraguan company. It could have been AJ. It might have been Oliva. I'm not really sure.
No, one time I think it was AJ. Because that was, CI sold a ton of them.
Yeah.
And I think they were getting them from AJ, if I'm correct. But I used to smoke a ton of them. They were great for on the golf course, cutting grass. For the price, you didn't care if it dropped it and it got run over by the tractor, or you left it on the tee box. You didn't care.
Yeah, and then the company got sold, and those cigars, they're still around, but they're not what they used to be.
No. In fact, just for shits and giggles, I ordered a 5-pack of the Maduros because they're the ones I used to smoke all the time. Nothing like the original. Not even close.
So sad. Always hear that story.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of an interesting segue. What cigars on the market have changed dramatically that you've noticed and no longer smoke because they're not what they used to be?
Miami 107s.
The La Aurora 107s.
Yeah.
I actually haven't had one of those in quite a while.
Oh, we talked about it briefly on the one podcast was the coffee break.
Yeah.
I smoked probably thousands of them in one, and they came back nowhere close to what they were.
I got an oldie for you. The Gurkha Ghost. Tim first got them. They came out. They were great. They smoked wonderfully. And then after a short period of time, they changed something and they went down in the toilet. Never smoked one since.
I remember when those came in, and everyone was really pumped about that cigar, and I'm thinking, like, why is everyone so excited about this? And they raved about it, and then they sold out, and then when they came back in, everyone was complaining that it just wasn't the same anymore.
Yep, they were not the same.
The second batch you got in, it was like, I actually cut one open because it tasted like there was burnt plastic as you were smoking it.
Oh, jeez.
So I actually cut one open to make sure there wasn't like somebody didn't stick pieces of plastic in the, and no, it was just horrible.
I remember one time I got a cigar that it smelled and tasted like the roller had put lotion on their hands and then rolled the cigar. It was god awful, and it was only one out of the batch that I got, but it was pretty awful. I think the biggest heartbreak for me was Camacho. I used to love that line. Like pretty much everything they put out, the Camacho Coilars, the Camacho Corojos, the Triple Maduros, all of them were amazing. And then changes happened and they started to decline. And then even as recent as maybe a year ago, I bought some Triple Maduros. They were just like, they paled in comparison to what they used to be.
They were a powerhouse at one time.
What about the Bishop's Blend? Didn't they change that? Or was that supposed to be a different...
They went from...
Well, when they brought it back with the black label, it was a Bishop's Blend, but a different Bishop's Blend. That's why they changed the label.
Okay.
And then when they came back out again with the red label again, they said it was the original. To me, it doesn't taste like the original.
I didn't think so either.
Well, that's kind of a difficult undertaking where you're trying to replicate a cigar that you don't have the tobacco anymore, and everything is so precise in the way it's fermented and the way it's grown and the climate in that region.
Oh, absolutely.
And then to try to rebuild it.
Well, just
from the ground
something
up.
else then.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess really that's what it comes down to. If you can't replicate it, maybe it's best to scrap it and call it something new.
Mm-hmm.
Tell guys it is what it is. We can no longer produce it. Don't fake it, because what happens is you turn off customers.
Well, that's what they originally said with the Bishop's Blend. We can no longer make it, so we're coming out. This is going to be called the Bishop's Blend. It's got a black label instead of a red label. This is what we're going to do. And then not long after that, they came back. Oh, we're back with the original. Here's the red label back. Blah, blah. And to me, I don't know if it's just me or if anybody else, they were not the same.
Yeah, I could see that being okay if there's a visual distinction from one to the next. Like if the band color changes or the design changes.
Yeah.
Like something, even if there's a year or something, just something to differentiate one lot from another production batch.
Yeah.
Where the change occurred. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm fine with that. You know, I know what I'm getting into at that point versus I think I'm getting this cigar that I'm really excited about and it shows up and it's just not what I'm expecting.
If you remember years ago, Epic Cigars.
Mm-hmm.
The Maduro, every time a new batch came out, it had a different color label on it. So you knew it was a different blend. They were calling it the same cigar, but I'd say 99 out of 100, they tasted nothing alike, but they called it the Epic Maduro. But it had a different color band. Every time it came out as a different version or edition, whatever you want to call it, it had a different color band on it.
Yeah.
And I think when that happens, you almost like gamify it, where people are starting to collect different colors or different batches or different lots. Like there's something to look for versus, you know, a sea of the same band, same label, same everything, trying to figure out which one's which.
Well, you get the ones that come out every year and they say, oh, this is this year's edition. This is the 2025 edition. This is different than the 2024 edition, different than the 2023 edition. Why don't you just call it a different cigar?
Absolutely.
Are you tired of running
Makes sense.
thinking up names and just call it's Joe Cigar 2024 edition, Joe Cigar 2025 edition?
Like a bottle of wine. Vineyard produces a certain product. They have it by year, and it's going to change from year to year.
Yeah.
Maybe not much, but then you find, hey, the 13s were phenomenal. The 18s were not so great. You may go out and hunt that stuff, especially if they hold the product back, and like they do with wine.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, but, you know, there should be in cigars, a lot of them don't make that difference. They just throw the same label on it, tell you it's the same cigar, And as soon as you light it up and start smoking it, you go, no. If it's a cigar you smoked regularly, you just go, no, it's not. Not
Yeah.
close. Somebody who doesn't smoke them regularly might not pick up on it and go, okay, yeah, this is still good. I'm not saying it wouldn't still be good, but it's not what
What it was.
not what I was expecting.
Yeah, it must be hard to do that from year to year to year to have that much tobacco in reserve to keep making them, keep pushing them out, and have the consistency.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Padron does it.
Well, they own their own fields, their own farms. That how they can
Yeah,
do
there's
that.
more control.
Right. They're not going out purchasing tobacco and hoping it's the same.
Yeah, because a lot of it has to do with, it's an agricultural product. So the seasons, the weather, all that plays a part. And if you have your hand in actually growing the product and controlling fermentation, and you're not trying to get this product and then manipulate it, it gives you a lot more control over the final result.
Yeah, like you said, weather, rain, the amount of rain, lack of rain, too much rain, not enough sun, too much sun. It's controls everything.
Yeah.
Like I was just reading about what Eric was talking about wine. I was just reading they were expecting this year's grape harvest to be terrible up in the Poconos for wine producing. But in the last month, the way everything's turned around with the amount of rain we got and the temperatures, they said it's going to be a great year. It's going to be, the grapes are going to be phenomenal. Because of the way the way the weather just changed that bit, and it's locking in all the flavors and everything, and the sweetness and the sugars. They're saying this year's batches are going to be excellent.
And that process that just happened that you described will produce a specific product. Tobacco, I guess, is the same.
Yeah.
So the dry, then this, then the weather, all those pieces produce that. You may not see that again.
Right.
So you're going to get the wine and be like, well, this wine was phenomenal, but it's the same bottle you bought before versus the one you're going to buy the next time. It's just the recipe's the same. The ingredients are a little different.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way of looking at it. The recipe is the same. The ingredients are the variable. That's where the change occurs.
Yeah. Talking about weather on the way over here, I kept thinking to myself, with the amount of rain that we got this year, we did luck out pretty well doing the casts. I think it only rained like one time while we were attempting this.
Well, you'd know it because this metal roof is loud. I tell you what, I was out here one day. We got like monsoon rain. I went in the house. It sounded like the building was going to blow away. It was pretty intense.
So you're saying our next project is to put a drop ceiling in and some insulation?
Well, I think that was one of those days where Eric's like, "Hey, I'm on my way over." I'm like, "Hey, man, I just got a tornado warning. You might want to hold off." Okay, I guess I'll turn around.
He was in your driveway already.
You can keep the garage is unlocked. Please feel free to let yourself in, but I will be in the basement. I will come out when it's clear.
When I get the okay, I'll be out.
It's a little weird. I feel like I'm working around the mic because I don't want to burn the end.
So yeah, I told you.
Yeah, I keep trying to remember it's right there.
It helps a lot, though. I mean, because you don't notice. You tend to sit back when it's mounted on the table, and then the voices start to drop. I notice it when I'm doing the editing. So this should be nice. Progress.
The sounds will be great. The cigars are a little struggle. Just got to sit offside a little bit, especially with something the size of this thing.
And plus, if you get it up high enough, you can block out some faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Walt and I were over here talking about, and Eric, we were talking about, how to get some of the stuff done that we want to do here, have guests call in and stuff. So I told Walt, I said, hey, I still have Eric's TV he gave me. And I said, if you're not doing anything later, I'll go home and get it and come back. So that's what we did. He had a table ready to go, and hopefully we'll be able to have some call-ins.
After I got everything situated, I was sitting out here. And my wife comes out. She was on her way somewhere, and she's like, You're turning this into a sports bar? Like, where'd the TV come from? It was always here. I don't know what I don't know what you mean.
What you talking about, Willis?
That table was in the basement. How did it get out here?
She blinked again.
So how are you going to set that up? What are you going to use for the for them to be able to call in?
Well, I have a couple of options. So I'm going to run everything through my laptop. And I can run the laptop through the board. So I can use FaceTime. We can use the Discord has a video channel feature. We can use that. Zoom. So there's a variety of options.
And you can plug the TV into the board and turn it into a monitor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically I just mirror the laptop screen on the TV. My fear was that I would be sitting here with this laptop and I'd be looking at the person and the interaction wouldn't be right. So, Mark starts talking about, I really like the war room on Oak Island. We got to replicate that.
Oak Island.
That's where the TV came from.
That's right.
So we'll be able to see them, but they won't be able to see us.
No, I'm going to mount a camera on top.
Oh, perfect. Webcam, right?
No, I actually have to use GoPro. I'm going to wire it like a webcam. I tried a webcam. It's not wide. There's not enough angle. Not enough. So basically, we would get cut out and you'd just see the end. But with the wide angle lens on the GoPro, it works. I'm pretty excited about it. Should work out pretty,
You're really
pretty
getting
nicely.
technical.
Did you
We're trying to get pro here.
clean up that remote?
I did. The buttons on the back don't work, so getting it on the Wi-Fi network was a bit of a pain.
Oh, you did it?
I think so. Well, at least
I was
temporarily.
going to say, he's the guy to ask. It was his. Teach him how to use that remote.
Oh, I got no clue. That wasn't mine either. It was Kelly's.
No.
That was me cleaning out stuff at the house. I'm like, we have too many TVs. Can we get rid of some of them? And I look at him like, it's a great TV. It still works. Like, I don't want to throw it away. I hate doing that. So I always try to find somebody I can give it to who will use it. And Mark's like, yeah, I got a room I can put that in.
Yeah.
Like, here you go. That was a while ago, too.
Yeah.
And it found its way here.
Yeah.
He's been storing that thing just for this moment. It's like
He
the
did.
board.
It's like it was meant to be.
It's the board that you have in the corner that all of a sudden one day it's like, oh, I need that board.
So yeah, we got the TV set up. I got a couple of mic stands. Hopefully that improves the audio quality. Yeah, we're
You got to get a
Stepping it
part-time
up.
job. You're spending all this money.
you don't. Yeah, I know.
Don't tell the wife. It's all donations.
Like every time I turn around, it's like there's one more thing I need.
That's exactly why I went home and got it and brought it back that day, because I figured in a day or two he's going to buy one.
No, I wouldn't have bought a TV.
A monitor, but not a TV.
So, guys, go on Discord, look up the link, and buy some stuff from Cigar Page and help us out
Yeah, my credit card really needs
before we go bankrupt here.
The logo's something we need to revisit too. Figure out exactly what it is that we're going to do, because it's amateur hour around here. We've got a couple of variations of the logo that get used in different places. I'll tell you what, though, there was a story that I told Mark the other day, and apparently it never sort of made its way around, and I was a little disappointed by that. So a couple of weeks ago, remember we were kind of trading messages back and forth with the logo, and Eric's brother Scott designed a couple. There was one with a gorilla, which was really cool, but it didn't quite make sense. So he went with an Indian, and the cigar store Indian kind of theme, but it was kind of bugging me because there's no real tie-in to Smoke and Steel with an Indian. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense. So one day I'm in the shower and I'm thinking like, what can we do instead of this Indian? And I'm thinking like, what's the tie-in? Like, we need something that ties into steel. So I'm thinking, well, a blacksmith would be kind of cool, but again, that has nothing to do with anything. And then I thought, well, suit of armor is also steel, which I'm thinking about that. Like, well, that's where the knight came from. Mm-hmm. So I thought, well, maybe it's not a suit of armor. Maybe it's a knight. Well, what the hell does a knight have to do with anything? Well, what if it's not just any knight? What if the knight's name is Sir Stogie? Well, now all the pieces start to fit, and I get super excited. I'm on my way out the door. I run in the house. I grab my phone. I send Eric a message. He's just like, okay. I was like, "Are you kidding me? That's such an amazing story."
As excitable as he is.
He doesn't know the history of Saratoga. That's
Now, what Walt didn't tell you is he ran out of the shower with all this in his mind, forgot to get dressed, and get a towel, running through the house naked.
but my question was, did you have Alexis on while you were in the shower?
No, I don't have an Alexa anywhere in the house.
Do you want a couple?
No, I went the other way. I had a whole bunch of Google. Wow, what were they? They weren't the Nest. They were something else. I had a Google Home and a bunch of the pucks.
Yeah.
And I just wound up going away from them once I found out that random recordings were being stored. So, like, you could pull up a list and listen to you screaming at your kids. I was like, well, I can't be having this.
Yeah.
I got rid of all of them right
It
then and there.
happened way too often.
You don't need the kids to have evidence for when they turn 18. Look, he abused me.
You remember when you promised to give me this? I never said that. Hold on.
There it is.
Here it is.
April 17th, 2023, you promised me a pony.
At exactly 11:15 a.m.
Yeah, because I remember looking at the card with the night on it, and I'm like, what's this? But yeah, Sir Stogie. That makes sense.
Yeah, so the logo is still, like, kind of up in the air. Hopefully by the time this airs, it will all be straightened out and someone doesn't come along and steal it because we haven't done anything with it yet.
Yeah, and we're telling the world.
Well, this will come out the week of October 30th, I think. Yeah, we've got a little backlog saved up, which is awesome.
Nice.
Winter is coming.
It is.
Winter is coming. Winter is coming.
That's my fear. It's going to get awfully cold out here.
Could it get any colder than the back room used to get?
Huh.
I don't know. There were times when I could see my own breath back there.
You and me both.
I can tell you that my deck is warmer sitting out there in the wintertime now than that room was at times. But I mean, it is a big space. I guess it depends on what you use for your heat sources. I mean, my deck is 20 by 14. I have nothing but a wrap around it, the vinyl and canvas wrap system. And then it's obviously a deck. It's elevated, so I get wind flowing, still comes through it. A single mushroom style heater, and I can get the temperature up into the 60s. And it's comfortable. I mean, you've got a lot more stability here, I would think. I mean, it's double the square footage, but I think if you find some kind of decent heat source. Now, I also, by the way, keep in mind, carbon monoxide detector.
Got one of those in here too. So I tried electric space heaters. There's not enough for out here. But I do have a propane, like Mr. Heater vent-free system that I used out here last winter, and it helped a lot. And it got exponentially better when I put a fan kit on it to circulate the air. It got much warmer out here. But then again, I had it set up and blowing on me while I was over at the desk. So I don't know what it's going to be like, off in the corner somewhere. But
What's the unit hanging on the wall under the window?
it's actually a propane.
Oh, that's the propane heat.
No, that is the one that came with the building. It's not hooked up anymore. There used to be a big propane tank, and it needs to be. It needs a chimney reinstalled because it got pulled out. I guess because of the way it was ran initially, anytime there was a gust of wind, it blew the pilot light out.
Oh, yeah.
So they switched to like propane tanks, like with the individual heating heads on them, and that's what was used out here.
I think you can get the turbo heaters, like the kerosene ones or something. That'll blow a lot of hot air, and that may warm it up for short periods of time.
Yeah, they're super loud.
It's like a tornado going through.
But the one I have,
The Batmobile.
I'll have to give it a shot and see. The other issue is going to be how do you combat the smoke?
So in my situation, because I do have airflow, I have a ceiling fan like you've got. I turn that on, that pushes it down, and it really just kind of finds its way out. And because I have fresh air coming in and out a little bit. I mean, you would just have to find an air in, air out. And I think you're fine. Or if you just have an exhaust, you've got enough leaks from natural leaks in the garage that you can probably pull air that won't be too much. And if you have it draw out away from you and the heat source over here, it might work well. You don't need to heat over there. You just want to keep it warm enough over here so you don't freeze.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of trial and error come winter. Sitting out here with coats and beanies, gloves.
Like we used to do at this lounge.
Yeah.
It's nostalgic.
With the coat hanger, trying to get past the bypass system to hit the button to turn the damn heat up a little bit because he had it locked up.
Have those two little, basically space heaters.
I do go through a fair bit of propane out here, though. Usually about a tank a week, or whatever they are, the little
20 pounders.
Yeah.
I probably use about that much. It depends on how many days I sit out there and how many hours I'm out for. I actually figure out the burn rate. So propane is roughly 90,000 BTUs of energy. The maximum my heater can do, I think, is 35 or 40, which gives me a little over 2 hours per gallon on high. So I crank it down. I get it down to low. So I'm running on the low end, which is now probably 20,000-ish BTUs, which is enough. Once I warm it up, it's just enough to hold the temperature. So I'll get multiple hours per gallon. And it's 4.6 gallons in a tank of propane.
It's comfortable over there.
So, I mean, you can get a decent amount out.
Unless you get the right guy and he puts 5 in. 5.2.
A little over the top. I just filled up my tanks the other day. It's at $3.49 a gallon.
Not bad.
No, I think it was up to $4 at the end of last year. So definitely top off. I took one that was half full and the other one got it topped off in the new one.
Yeah, I think I was paying about between $18 and $20 to have the tanks filled last year.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't bad, considering it made it bearable out here.
Yeah,
We used to take that heater and stick it under the big table so it would blow around at everybody's feet.
We could get big pieces of plastic and make a wall. Keep the heat on this side.
Yeah, my wife suggested building a partition. We're not doing that. Not gonna huddle into one little side of the garage. And it looked like Dexter's laboratory in here, and don't need that either.
you wouldn't see anybody. The smoke wouldn't go anywhere,
Yeah.
especially if you get everybody in here.
Well, smoke and steel. You hear voices and just smoke.
We face what every cigar smoker faces when they want to build their own smoking rooms. Trouble with heat, air conditioning,
Ventilation.
ventilation.
Well, the main thing is once you get it warm is maintaining it. Because I worked in old stone buildings in Old City, Philly in the wintertime where we used to go outside to get warm because once that stone got cold, it was colder in the building than it was outside.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, Jim, I brought a bottle of Travelers and a bottle of Dickel again.
I've seen it. Yeah. Our collection's growing.
Yeah, my wife picked up that bottle of Knob Creek for me.
Nice. I had a bottle sitting out and I grabbed the sign and some other stuff, like a case of water, and I'm like, I don't have and put it in the car, and I'm like, I'll go back in and get that. I closed the back of the car, hopped in and took off, and I'm like sitting at the light waiting to turn in here, and I went, you asshole.
Is it any worse than when I come down to the club and forget my cigars?
No, they're the first thing to go in the car.
What's the matter? I had to go back and get my cigars. Damn it.
I've done that twice. Either I get there and realize I left my travel humidor beside the door and never took it in the car, or I forgot my wallet and didn't have any cash. And either way, I had to go back and get it.
Yeah, it's always been the travel humidor. I have it prepped. I set it there. I'm getting ready to walk out the door. I get to drive all the way down there. I'm like, I'm an idiot.
Oh, wait, that's given.
Well, cash is never a problem. We can always lend you money.
Yeah.
You're not getting our cigars.
No. I'll lend you the money, but don't touch my cigars. I kill you.
I do have to hunt around. I'm starting to shop. I'm getting a little low in my humidor for some stuff, so I'll have to see what I can find on the cigar page and click on the link.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Discord.
That stung. I ran out of New Worlds, so I needed to place an order. The New Worlds were all out of stock, so I wound up buying a bundle of Laranjas, a bundle of Trinidad number 2s, a bundle of Murcielagos. It was a steep order.
How many cigars you smoke a day?
During the week, maybe one, sometimes two. It all depends on what I've got going on. If I've got the time to come out here, I try to.
My days off, usually 2. I only smoke anymore in the evenings. Now I'm on a day cycle, so I would smoke usually 1. I go outside 7:30, and then smoke until 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then come in and try to get to bed for work. But same thing on second shift after work. I get home at 12:31 in the morning, so I'll smoke 1 cigar and then go to bed.
The Toros were sold out first, so I bought a box of the double Coronas. The size gets a little boring because it's just a lot of the same thing, but I actually kind of liked having 1 versus trying to squeeze 2 in. That was kind of nice.
That's probably why this has become my favorite cigar. It's the size. So for me, it's the time. I can go outside and stretch this out anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours. That's the time frame that I'm ready to wrap up and come in and get ready and head off to bed. Now, some nights it's not the best. If I have time for 2, then I go out earlier, and I always try to find something smaller and shorter. I did one of these last night, and then I did an NBK last night as well. What I'm looking for is maybe Green Hornets, because that's a good secondary smoke. It doesn't take that long to smoke.
Green Hornets, Killer Bees.
Yep.
I like the Oliva, like the Serie V number 4s. They're pretty small. They're like 4x40. They're nice little. Get a second cigar in before it's time for bed.
I like that in the morning sometimes. Just get a short one and a cup of coffee before the wife wakes up and all hell breaks loose in the house.
Yeah, I rarely smoke alone. Rarely. So the only time I'm having cigars is if I'm with somebody.
Rookie.
Yeah.
I kind of relish that quiet time where I can sit outside. I turn on the TV. I usually have my phone. I'm just kind of vegging and decompressing and trying to get rid of all the stress and the wife. No, just kidding. I love you.
Yeah, I just go out there after dinner if I'm not here on the porch, turn on some tunes, either an adult beverage or fresh coffee, and just sit there and veg.
Yeah, it's the decompression. It's what keeps me sane.
It saved a lot of people's lives on the Schuylkill Expressway coming home. Sitting in rush hour traffic.
That's cut down on my cigars too. I don't smoke in the new car. So that saves me like 1 if I'm driving back from work or to work or whatever.
That'll end soon.
When that newness wears off.
Yes.
I still don't smoke in my car. That's just by choice. I used to. I've smoked in my vehicles in the past, and I just decided wasn't going to smoke in this one.
You're thinking resale value.
Well, I bought the Mini. I smoked a cigar on the way home from the dealer.
No time like the present.
That's right. Break it in right. Let's get these windows down, open that sunroof, fire up.
Yeah, they're especially nice if you got a long ride ahead of you. You know, if you're going to be in the car for 2 hours or so, it's just really nice to have a cigar while you're doing it.
2 hours, 10 hours.
That's what kills me when I go out to Vermont. I can't smoke in the car with the wife, so it's like 6-7 hour drive, no cigar. Babe, we gotta stop and get gas. Okay, get gas. Get a little short guy out.
That's where I'm fortunate. I can smoke in the vehicle with the wife. She doesn't bother her. She knows that if I'm smoking, I'm relaxed and I'm less likely to ram into people. Like you said, that the little road rage that develops.
Say I didn't have that problem when the wife smoked. Then when she quit smoking, now it's no.
See, if more people smoked cigars, there'd be less road rage.
That's correct.
So we're a little light tonight, just the 4 of us.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Rob would pop in or not.
He might pop in later. I'm not sure.
Preston can't make it because it's Helen's birthday.
Preston won't be making it for a while.
Yeah, I think that was his farewell tour, his last hurrah. We saw him like 3 weeks in a row, and then he had the baby. We're probably not going to see him for a while. All right, this sounds like a good opportunity for me to get a drink.
Here you go.
Ooh.
There it is.
There's the spring.
There's the spring.
The spring has
Walt's playing
sprung.
the spring.
Yeah, I was getting a good beat on that, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
whatever.
offering, you're offering.
You're up,
Take a
Brad.
splash of something.
What do you want? We got kind of a variety now.
Well, let me try the Knob Creek. Have you had that, Dickel?
No, I have not had that one.
You must try it.
The Traveler, I've had quite a bit.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I don't know how
Oh,
much it
thank you,
enjoys
sir.
me, but
Oh, we got fancier cups now. Nice.
Thanks to my wife.
She didn't want us drinking out of the bathroom cups. Thank you, sir.
Hey, any port in the
sir.
storm. Well, that's good, Walt. The Knob Creek.
if you had that one for a while, the cigar.
No, actually, these just came. I was looking at that. That's kind of a dark.
Yeah, you know what I saw too when you picked that up. That was a very dark wrapper.
I had to do a double take.
I was telling Walt earlier, I said, I was redoing one of the humidors over, and I'm got to the bottom. I'm like, ooh, forgot I had this one too. Smoked that the other night. I'm like,
Well, wait.
I'm not saying.
Okay.
I have my my desktop humidor that I keep miscellaneous one-offs and such in it. And I look in there every so often. I'm like, is there anything I'm smoking? I look, I'm like, nope. So it's a lot of stuff that was given, various things, not stuff that's usually. So I try to find ways to incorporate them into anything. I maybe have to bring some of them in here.
I have the 3 humidors. The one is mine. If I catch you even looking in there, I will break your fingers. The other one is for, I know, guys who appreciate decent cigars. And then I have another one for guys who are like, well, can I try a cigar? Yeah, here, smoke this.
That's kind of what's in this one.
Because I know you're going to leave it in the ashtray after about 5 or 6 puffs. So.
I'm only running 2. I've got the desktop one, and I have the big tower in my basement. I will say, I have the humidifying system in there, and I'm not totally satisfied with its performance. I picked up a second set of fans for it. That part runs well, but I noticed that it freezes up at times, the control head. So I'll go down and I have that sitting up top, and then I have just a digital one towards the bottom. And there's always a difference because of the height. I mean, the thing's every bit of probably almost 6 feet tall. It's one of the Tower of Power humidors. But I'll open the door up and I'll be doing things and it won't come on. I don't see it dropping. And then all of a sudden I'm like, something's not right. So I pull the plug, give it a minute, plug it back in. And then all of a sudden the control head drops and it'll drop 8, 9, 10% and then kick on. So it's something, and it happens frequently with this one. I think it's an Oasis one, the Cigar Oasis humidor. So it's decent size. It's definitely built for that size humidor, but I don't know what it is with that system, why it does that. And
How old is it?
I got it when I got the humidor, so it's only a couple years old.
So Rob had mentioned something about they changed the control module or something like that on one of the newer versions. I guess he has one of each, and he said that the newer one's different somehow. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, so it's got the base obviously, which I have at the bottom that holds the beads, and I keep the water in that, and that's the blower. And then there's a control. You plug the control head in. It's got a long cable, so I put that up somewhere, and I usually stick it up higher. And it always works well for a period of time, and then if I don't check it every so often, I notice don't see it moving at all when I open and close the door, and that's when I reset it, and then it seems to work fine again for a while.
They say it might just freeze up.
So this may be my new humidor.
Well, mini fridge?
It's a little bigger than mini.
Yeah, it is. How tall is that?
About this tall.
Wow.
What did it used to be?
A cold drink
Beverage, like a beverage cooler.
container, yeah, for a store. Yeah. So
You should get a lot of cigars in there.
probably thousands.
What are you going to do? Are you going to line it, or what's the plan?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of getting tired of trying to wrangle 4 humidors that I deal with constantly, and maybe just all combine them into this.
I don't know. If your La Gloria humidor needs a new home, I might know a guy.
I was working in my vault, and I had a pipe laying next to me, and or standing there, and as I was working on my cigar safe, I accidentally hit it, and the pipe, I just heard it get boom, and I knew exactly what it hit. So there's a slight dent and a tiny scratch in that La Gloria. It's not terrible. It can be repaired. It can be fixed. It's not hideous.
That adds character.
That's how I got my tower. Walt had a buddy he worked with who had ordered one of the Tower of Power from the distributor, got it in, and noticed immediately that there was damage on the outer side of the box. And when he had opened it further, found that, I guess, a fork truck, in the process of moving it, stabbed it. And it went through everything, including the outside of the humidor. So he contacted the manufacturer and told them, said it was a shipping issue. They said, not a problem. We'll ship you out a replacement. He said, well, what do you do with this? He said, do whatever you want with it. It's too costly for to ship it back. So I bought it off him, and I don't know, I maybe paid either $100 or $200. I went out and picked it up, brought it home. It's beautiful, nice, like mahogany look on the outside, the red finish. And I looked at that side, I'm thinking, I got to find a way. It had just pushed through the inside and broke through a little bit. So I basically just pressed it back and put some wood glue in and kind of pressed that shut. And the outside, I filled it with wood filler and then got some similar stained it to a similar color. You really can't tell it's there unless you're looking at it. But it doesn't have an issue with holding. I mean, it's fine as far as that goes, and it's always been great. And for the cost, I couldn't. I mean, I'm cheapo, so
Still looks good.
it's in my basement. The wife doesn't care. If I wanted to keep it upstairs, she was not going for that. So now at least I go in my basement every day because I go down to get a cigar out every single day. I look at the pool table I was bought that never touched it. I say, hey, we should play that sometime.
See if you can bring that upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just use 2 humidors these days. The little cabinet that Eric gave me with the pull-out drawers, which is what I use most often. I really like that. It doesn't seal overly well, so I have to constantly put new Boveda packs in it. But I've been really happy with it. The other one is just a standard run-of-the-mill glass top humidor that I just put random stuff in. It's like long-term storage for stuff I don't really care about. If someone comes over to visit and they want something, that's the humidor I'll be rummaging around in.
Yeah, that's why I like using refrigerators. They have a nice seal on them. You just block up the hole in the back.
I got my tower. I got a big, like 150, 200 count glass top one. And then I have a small desktop one that I just keep regular sticks in. And then my 4th one is all my pipe tobacco stuff. I keep all my pipe tobacco pipes in there.
I rarely see you smoke a pipe.
Well, I got to be in the mood.
Yeah.
Mostly in the fall. Fall and winter time, I break the pipe out.
And it's usually crack.
Well, I didn't say what I was smoking.
So, well, you mentioned the Bovedas. Do you regenerate yours?
I do, yeah.
That's something that most people, I don't know if people even realize that you can do that, and it's very easy and can save you a ton of money on buying more and more packs.
Well, the one thing I find, though, is that you have to keep an eye on them because once they get like super dry and rock hard, then they're really hard to bring back. I mean, they'll come around, but there's like really dried out chunks of stuff in there.
Yeah,
like
You almost have to like break it up a little bit.
Even when there's moisture in it, you can still feel that hardness in there.
Yeah, but if you notice they're starting to get dry before they turn crispy, it takes very little effort to bring them back around.
I have a Tupperware container. I'll throw them all in there. I keep them down in the basement, and I actually just sometimes if I have ones that are super crispy, I'll throw them on the bottom and I'll just pour water in and almost let them submerge and then put everything and stack it on top. And all the other ones will pick up and that will either come back or act as a buffer.
I started doing what Walt suggested is having a Tupperware container that you can put them in, then you put that in something else, another container, and have that water around so that they're not soaking.
Yeah, so when we bought a bunch of those, they're not really Tupperware, like the glass version from Costco, like the glass containers. So I take like a bigger one and I'll boil water on a kettle and pour the hot water in there. Then I'll put another glass container in there so that it sort of floats. I'll dump all the Bovedas in there, lock it all down. The steam just seems to make it go a little quicker.
See, I'm even cheaper than that. I use leftover Chinese food containers.
It works too.
That's what I
The
do.
plastic ones that snap tight on the ship.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of them, and they
Yep.
work great because they keep a complete seal.
Yep.
I take them in the basement in the bar, just open a drawer, and I keep them in there, and then I store them in there too, and it keeps them perfect. So when I need to swap them out, I tell you one thing that's been shocking is this Herfador. It's just the one I had gotten from you. I keep a couple of small ones in here, and I don't open it but once a week because I only take it when I come out, and they last. I haven't changed these out in probably a month and a half, 2 months.
Nice.
And they still are good. So I'm probably getting due to take them and swap them before they get too far along. But
Yeah, when I order from Cigar Page, if I get like a 5-pack, they'll send the little square one.
Yeah.
And I just slide that vertically down along the one side, and that's kind of doesn't take up any space, and it'll live in there for months before it needs to be swapped out.
these little ones
those-
here,
yeah, little-
and that's where I get these from. And this one, you can see it's still great, getting a little bit of crystallization inside, but still not much. And but as long as I keep this shut and locked, this thing holds really well, and they'll keep cigars in there for a long period of time.
Yeah, they have a little hydration pack in the top. It's just floral foam. I don't use it. There's no need.
No, I don't use that either. I have a big one that's I originally got it. Gurkha, bring them up again. I had ordered Gurkha had a special years and years and years ago, and I think I got it through Thompson's, and it was 25 cigars. It came in the case, and there was a foam core. They were all lined up, and I forget what the cigar was, but you got the cigar, the Pelican case, and then it came with a very big Rambo style knife, and the entire package was maybe $100. I got the knife and I got the box. The cigars were, but I smoked them. I mean, so I got my money's worth. And now that Pelican case is great. I believe that actually also does have a bleeder valve on the front. Because I had learned years ago from someone who said they had taken one and traveled, and I got on a plane and it compressed the air out and they couldn't get it open. They finally had to drill a hole in to allow pressurization to change to be able to pop the thing open. So I guess manufacturers also got smart and started putting systems on it like that. But when I travel now, if I'm going away on a trip and I got to fly, one, I don't put anything in my luggage because I don't trust it in there. But I'll put it in my backpack I carry with me on the plane, and I just use a gallon Ziploc bag, throw 2 Boveda packs in, take all my cigars I plan on smoking because I know I'm not bringing anything back, and that's always worked well for me.
I used to take my Boveda packs and put them right in the water, but after a while they start getting funky. I had to throw several of them out.
I think it really depends on how much water you have. So I don't put a lot of water in. I put enough that I know it's going to absorb in there, and then it's all gone, so there's nothing left inside. But I also definitely realized the difference between making sure you use distilled water versus using anything else. So if you recall, Mark, I was telling you I was having problems with my beads turning black in there. And I had gone back and realized that the bottle I had bought that I thought was distilled was not. It was a bottle of purified water, a gallon, that was in the distilled area. So ever since I got rid of that, I switched everything out. I actually went inside. I cleaned my thing out. I used bleach and bleached everything inside to make sure there was nothing left. Then cycled it out again and put beads in. And it took me actually 2 cycles of that happening. And now I've been good for a long time. I haven't had that happening again. And I don't know that whether it was mold or whatever, but whatever it was definitely a problem.
Yeah, water can make a big difference.
Was it black or white?
No, it was black.
Okay.
That's how I spotted. I could see down when I was looking in every day, and I'd see it's couple of them starting to turn. So I do know that some of them will turn brown when they're inside that Oasis system. And that's actually just from this air circulating and something about the cigar oils getting into there as it draws air in and runs through them. And the brown was actually something that I was reading that it said that's more of a normal. But the black is usually something, a mold starting to develop. So
Yeah, my beads are the hard silica type, and they're all sort of brown. I mean, I've been using those same beads for probably 15 years or more.
might be time to replace them.
No, they still work fine.
I bought a bag online, and I think, I don't know how long. Well, you realize they last forever. I mean, there's so many in there. I overloaded it the last time, and recently I was adjusting and doing some maintenance, and I looked at the thing. I'm like, damn, that thing is still. It was all the way up near the top with the beads, and I actually just took and scooped out a whole bunch of them and threw them away, and you don't even notice. So I get more water, and the beads are absorbing more, and I think just functioning better.
Yeah, my beads are a silicon, so they're hard. They don't change size. They just go from cloudy to clear, depending on the water content in the bead.
These are really, really little tiny beads. I've given you a bunch, I think, before.
Yeah.
Too. And once they fill up and they change shapes and kind of look freaky when they do, but they get like a jelly form to them, and they've worked. But they work well.
Yeah, I every time I see it, it becomes to crackle, and I just pour a little more water in, and it's fine.
Yeah. It's awkward with him not being here, little E, because I don't have anything to break. I can't break his shoes. I can't joke with him. I can't tease him.
He is absolutely missed. He is the energy of the podcast. He's always bouncing from topic to topic.
And he's always the butt of the jokes. He couldn't make it. He's going out to dinner with his son. Like, please, your family's more important than us.
How selfish.
Really? I mean, come on. You get your son all the time. We're once a week. I mean, come on.
For most of us, it's twice a week.
Yeah, it was twice a week. Last week was twice. That was a really good time. Eddie came out. It was the first time we'd seen him in a few weeks.
Yeah, it was a good episode. We had a great time.
That was a lot of fun.
We still got to find out how to pixelate Eddie out.
I'm working on it. I was telling Eric, I want to take it one step further. I don't want to pixelate his face. I want to silhouette him and change his voice ultra deep.
And do that and have him lean in and have his face come out.
Like the old Dragnet. Names and locations have been changed to protect the innocent. Put that up on the screen.
I think they did that on Benny Hill one time. They were having, I think it was Benny Hill. They blacked out the interviewer, not the interviewee.
I'm sure there's some people would like to see us all blacked out.
Yeah. The shorts have been doing really well. I'm waiting for people to get sick of them because there is a lot.
I've been catching a lot of them. You get the same 3 likes.
Yeah.
So I try to hit them when I see them and just give you an extra like, you get 4.
What it is, though, I get them on Facebook.
Yeah.
I get them on YouTube. I get them on Discord. I'm like,
I see them on Facebook. I'm sorry. No, Instagram.
Instagram and
Instagram.
Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Instagram's where I see them pop up all the time.
That's where Eric shines, because he'll be carrying on a conversation and post on platforms.
It's fun. The wife, what are you doing tonight? I said, it's Tuesday night. Going over to Walt's podcast night. She loves it. She actually thinks it's great. And I love picking on my stepson Nolan. I go, dude, I said, I'm on a podcast now. I said, we got a YouTube channel. And he's like, he gets looking mad at me because he's a big YouTube everything. I go, that's right. I said, going to be famous. It's just fun teasing the kid.
what's my youngest daughter? She's like, every time I get these notices, she goes, it's you. She goes, is there anybody else on that podcast besides you? Yeah, believe it or not, there's anywhere between 4 and like 8.
Yeah. I think we had 7 the one night. I think that's been the most.
Well, there's 4 of us. We had Eric, we had Pinto, and we had Rob here the one night.
And Preston.
And Preston, I thought he came in late though. Did he actually get involved in it, or was he after we got done?
He came in after we were done. That for the first week, he
Yeah.
came in after we were done. The following 2 weeks, he was here for the whole podcast.
I was getting ready, and I'm like, what time should I get there by? I don't want to be the first one there. I was like, I think 6 is usually the good time. And I'm like, I'm not really sure. Like, I'll just go.
No, Jim usually gets here at 5:45. Eric's right behind, or Mark's right behind him about 6 o'clock. You never know with Eric. Sometimes he gets here early, sometimes he's straggling behind a little bit.
I do like in here early. I get a better parking spot. Makes it a lot easier. Although I drove by tonight again. I'm looking like, okay, it's coming up. I'm like, damn. And there's a truck behind me right up on my bumper. I'm like, I just went up to the street, turned around, come back. I'm like, all right, I got it now. And I take the time to turn around since there's space so I can drive out and not have to worry about backing out. I don't know if you guys saw that new shop opened up. The smoke shop across from Wawa.
Oh, it finally opened?
It's open. I have not stopped in. I wanted to stop in the other day. They do advertise heavily vape products, other products. I am curious. It almost looked like on the right side, maybe there was a wall with big cabinets. You can see the back, and that's all. I mean, that's all the vape stuff and the weed and whatever else they're selling in there is all that stuff. But I'm curious as to see what they have in there cigar-wise.
Yeah, they did have a sign that said cigars.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means, but I mean, they're right down the street. I definitely want to stop in.
Mm-hmm.
But they were working on that place for months, so I had no idea when or if they were ever going to open.
They went through some really interesting processes there in the rehab when they painted the whole place baby blue.
Yeah.
They hit everything. I mean, literally everything. This concrete, everything was blue.
Oh, God.
Oh. Oh.
You know, I recall seeing you wear the exact same stuff on one of the other podcasts. I saw it on a short.
That was just my game attire. Just came from T-ball.
They still let you play?
Eric in the house.
Just keep my helmet on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
One I grew up with.
Aren't you a little old for that?
Oh, that's nice.
You know, we just got done saying that without you being here, there was no one to be the butt of the jokes. Speaking of butts.
Well, I'm here. I'm here to be that. I see new cables. I see new.
Well, see from down there, you
All
can see.
new.
Because, you know, I don't know if they
All
told
new.
you yet, but I've now taken over the main seat.
See what you get when you
relegated
miss
to the backup.
meetings?
This is beautiful. What did you do?
Hey, and look at that. Ahead of you.
It's gorgeous. This is new cables.
We're going big time, dude.
And the TV.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not buying nothing more. I ain't fucking buying nothing. I'm getting a TV. We're going to be in a dome soon. Brought to you by...
There's been nothing new purchased since you were here last time.
Oh, what?
Nothing new was purchased.
These are new?
I bought those. They were up last
What about
episode.
the rope cable?
They were in the box.
Remember the
Liar,
box?
remember?
No. Did he-
Liar, you liar.
What did he say? There's been nothing new purchased.
Right, today.
Nothing has been purchased. Things have
Well,
been.
I made
acquired.
it. How have we been, guys?
All right.
Good.
All right, we're about ready to wrap up now. Thank you.
Good. I figured I'd be coming in later.
Yeah, pick one.
Not that one.
Sounds good. What are we talking about?
You.
Nice.
Oh, we were just talking about how you bring the energy to the party.
Yeah, man.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Mostly a curse.
I was just commenting how you could multitask by interacting with us, so then at the same time post on
I know.
social media.
Right on my phone. My wife doesn't know how I do it. She's one of those that if she's on her phone, there could be a tornado outside and she can't focus. Me, I'm like, yeah, man. What are you doing over here?
Hey, bring one of those mics a little closer to you.
Or both. In stereo.
What was I gonna-
So how'd T-ball go?
Good, good. We don't keep score, but we won. My son had a couple good hits.
Nice.
He's at the age where he's the oldest, and so some of the other kids are just not there and it's tough because they're just playing in the dirt, and my son's like trying to turn 2 here, and the other kid has his glove on the wrong hand. I was like, the talent deficit is huge at this time because he just turned 6, so he's right before he moves up to like knee high, and he's just like, Dad. I could see in his eyes, he's like, get me off of this team. I'm like, you're not allowed to move up till next year. He rips the ball up the middle, and I swear he's going to take some kid's head off. It's just a matter of time. He was trying to roll it to the first baseman. I said, no, you throw it. They'll catch it. If not, that's not your problem.
Are they still hitting off tees or?
We do a hybrid. So for the kids that have struggle, they hit off the tee. But for like the older kids, I just pitch to them. We're not supposed to do that, but I don't care. I don't listen to the rules.
Yeah, when I coach, you get out there, the kids be in the outfield, plucking grass, looking at birds. Just, yo, dude, the ball's coming to you.
We had one kid get hit in the head last year, and he learned quick.
Oh,
From
yeah.
then on, he was always...
I remember watching Nolan with soccer and the progression when he first started playing. It was the exact same thing. They're standing out there and they're just they're looking around. The ball's going that way, but they're just out there And then he just had a game this week, and now he's in the. So he's 13. So he's in the 13, I guess, through 15 or 13 through 16. He's still one of the smallest kids out there.
Right.
But it's definitely the game has gotten a lot different, and you can see that
faster.
it's faster, it's longer, and you can see the kids who have talent versus those who are still playing. It's co-ed, boy girl, and it's almost scary when you see some of the boys and the girls are so much better than them. Mm-hmm. The girls put more energy into it; they play harder. Some of the boys still just don't care.
It's a shame. You can see there's kids out there that their parents just want them out there. We have this one kid that he just cries and cries and cries. Coach Eric, I don't want to go out there. And I go, okay, go stay with your mom. I am not forcing him to go out there.
No.
And then they look at me like, why did you tell him to come over to me? I said, he doesn't want to be here. I am not. Well, why didn't you tell him to go out in the field? I'm a volunteer here. That is not my job.
I used to love the mothers to pull up, open the door, the kids would jump out, and
That's why we can't have nice things, dude. I mean, come on, really?
they'd be like, what time's the game over? And that's when they would pull in, like 2 minutes left in the game.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Do we need a mop?
Squeegee.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
I smell like beer.
I smell alcohol.
I smell a beer on you.
I would be a cop's worst nightmare. They would get out of the car, run me through the whole test, and be like, nothing. Yes, sir. I don't drink real beer.
Sissy beer.
He'd be just looking at his thing that is broken. I'm gonna need another breathalyzer out here. Stat.
Bring 4.
So other than that, what's everybody smoking? We already did that. We don't have to do that.
What are you smoking? We don't know what you got.
I am smoking a Caldwell 15 Minutes of Fame Lancero. I love these. I get them from Kyle.
And knowing you, that will take 15 minutes.
I smoking on the way here, so I didn't do too bad.
I've moved on to the Oliva V in Tubo.
Very nice.
Nice.
I did see our Oliva deal on the Discord. Did we get any new sales from that?
Oh, yeah, holy shit. Yeah, like doubled. Yeah, we went from like $14 to $40.
Yes.
So yeah, we're doing
It was all Walt.
right. Well, that
It
was
was
a big
all
order.
Walt's money.
I'm going to keep putting it on my big Discord, and I think we're going to start to see from them too. Only did it once, but there's a lot of eyes on that one. Our whiskey's getting bigger and bigger.
You want some?
We had at the social club, one of the old guys, I think you were there that night, brought non-alcoholic whiskey.
Yeah.
It was
It's called water.
it was
Kentucky bourbon.
oh god,
Faux
Eric,
Kentucky
it
bourbon.
was so bad. It was so bad.
It's got to be water.
Like the
What
beers
else is
taste
it?
exactly like Heineken. Heineken Zero tastes just like a Corona Zero. This is one of my favorite IPAs when I was drinking. Tastes just like it. That was not anything near whiskey. I don't know what it was.
We likened it to prune juice and iodine.
And then they put like lots of pepper in it to give you that burn going down.
Ugh.
So think about drinking cough syrup that had a kick, a spicy kick. What happened?
Need to swap out the battery.
Not again.
Keep going. We're good.
All right.
We're good.
All right.
Let's put up a solid splash screen.
The TV looks great
We're,
there.
we're going to have to get Walt a bandolier of batteries.
And then post notes to say, remember to plug in the batteries.
Did Rob show up yet?
No.
He must have had dinner run late.
Did you see his car out there?
I thought maybe he left already.
So fifth chair still open for you.
Fifth.
That's right.
You've been demoted.
It's our only Tuesday game, so it shouldn't happen. It won't happen again this season. I did try the new Black Label Tiger Solus. Very good. Not $19 good. It's probably one of the prettiest cigars you've ever seen. You know,
Except for the band.
you don't like the band?
No.
It looks like a graffiti kind of thing. I like it.
Yeah.
No, it was very good. It burned great. It's a lot of money for that because it's not a huge cigar either, you know. If you think about it, though, the amount of time it probably takes to do all those color bands and wrap them like that, and I get it, but it's a quicker. Black Label tends to be a quicker smoke. So for $19, I want it to burn for a while.
Could try dipping in kerosene.
That'll go quick. Smoking banana peels.
That's
So,
right.
I don't even remember you saying that. I've watched that clip like 1,000 times. Just because I'm like, the hell is he? I even said that. I was like, the hell is that? I didn't even remember you saying that. I love those shorts because it's like stuff I forget. I was like, what were we even talking about?
What do we talk about anytime?
I know. How did the episode with Eddie go? Did you edit that?
Not yet. I haven't had the opportunity to yet. For the first time since doing this podcast, I actually feel a little overwhelmed. I've got like a backlog. It's awesome.
That's a good thing.
I mean, there's no pressure to get it done because it's weeks away.
Right.
But yes, recording 2 in 1 week. That really.
You were worried about getting one a month. Do you remember when we started? You're like, I don't think anyone's going to want to do this. I'm like, let's do Sunday.
I love coming because it's the only time I ever heard Walt actually talk.
I know. It's pretty awesome. Well, I don't know about all that. I like it when he's quiet.
The only guy I've seen.
Just kidding.
The only guy can sit in the room with 5 other guys having conversations, and he says literally 2 words over the course of 3 hours. And then, okay, guys, got to go.
Do you know how many guys I used to have to be like, he doesn't hate you. He just doesn't.
Talk to anybody.
It's like, if he didn't look at you, then you should be worried.
Who would have said that?
Everybody.
No, they didn't.
I'm just kidding.
How many years have I known you now, Walter?
It's been a lot.
Yeah. And he's been like that ever since.
Where we hang out with your dad, he's the same. It's just in your genes.
Still waters run deep.
You say how many years? So how many years have we known each other?
I'm the newbie.
You are. So, I mean, I know I met Jim when Stogie's open. So I came in there. He was already open, and he had just had that big article in, like, the Reading paper where they featured the shop. That was when I learned it was there. And I came in right after seeing that, and that was it. I was hooked. I loved him. I came back constantly. Was always in there. How long ago was that? Because, I mean, Walt, were you in there before that then, too?
I remember I was in there right before then because I remember seeing the paper on the bar and everyone was talking about the new article that just came out. Coincidentally, I just saw that article again yesterday. I was looking for something. I did a search on Sir Stogie's and it popped up. It was behind a paywall. I couldn't read it, but I did get to see a bunch of the pictures.
Did it have a date?
I want to say it was like 2015.
That makes sense. I think that's right around when
No, I think way before that, Walter.
It has to be because think, I'm coming up on 8 years sober, and I was about, that's about when I started coming in. So it's only been 8 years for me.
Well, when did he say, we can, going backwards, so we're in 2025. This year was 3 years since I've been back in there. How long was it since the shop transitioned?
5, maybe 6 tops.
So he's had it for 5 or 6 years. So he had it for 3 at least. So if you're going back, you're looking at what, 2022. So we're looking at 2019 because it was all before COVID.
Well, I think
I think they
I
did that-
came in very end of 17, early 18.
And that was right at the change, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
that newspaper thing might have been.
Oh, that has a date, but it says it was updated. The article was updated. So I don't know when the original article would have been.
I'm thinking 2000, between 10 and 12.
That sounds about right because I moved up in this area in 2005.
The cigar crawl we did in 2015.
Right.
The first one?
Yeah, and we were hanging out for a while.
It was
Before
several
then.
years before we did that.
Yeah, because I started there 2007 when Tim first opened up.
Yeah, I don't think it was all that long before I started hanging out in there. So it might be 15 years or more.
That's a long time.
It is a long time.
That's a couple wives ago for me.
That's awesome.
And yes, she's still alive.
That's the beginning of the episode there. Great way to keep time.
Hey, we joke, but I actually do Google for obituaries.
You don't wish her well, but you're still looking if it happens.
Just curious, you know?
That's funny. Want me to shut her down?
Well, you had a little bit of a flare up of fame just the other day. I posted a bunch of shorts to YouTube,
Okay.
and one of yours had like 700 views by the end of the night, talking about cigars and sobriety.
No wonder there was guys following me in the bushes taking pictures of it.
I was amazed. Well, what the hell is going on here? Man, your
I have
short
noticed
took off.
that
695, it was him.
I have noticed that a lot of cigar smokers are into that. You know, because it's something that doesn't hurt you too bad. You know, and it's a vice. And
Gave up one vice for another.
because trust me, I can't have nothing. And I know a lot of guys who struggle with addiction are the same way. You got to have something.
Oh, absolutely. You traded one for another.
It was gambling for a while. It was I can't not have something. And I like doing this. And like I said, it was chewing tobacco my whole life. Then it was alcohol and drugs. And
Well, there was a group of guys that would do AA meetings at the club.
Absolutely.
So yeah, there's,
we've had a couple impromptu meetings at the shop.
so it's more common than you realize, I guess.
It's a big help. I know of.
There was that group of guys used to come in every Friday night.
That Glenn offered him whiskey. Jim was like,
In his defense, he didn't know.
that was very nice. That's a nice thing to do. But Glenn's Jim's over there going, Glenn. It's like, what?
I had to pull him in the back going, dude, these guys just came from an AA meeting. They don't want.
They don't want your Garrison brothers. Well, they might want it.
This plastic jug of whiskey.
Plopped it on the table right in front of him.
Help yourself, guys.
It was good stuff. It was Garrison brothers who were
Yeah.
trying to give him.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice of him, but it was funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool at that. I didn't even know that clip did so well.
Yeah.
Thought it would have been the banana peel one. It's like 1,000. I'm 950 of them. We all knew I was going to be the favorite, so it's okay.
Yeah,
Was
every
past
group
tense.
needs a face.
You're just the butt of the joke.
I'm the ass.
Always goes back to the butt.
That's right.
Since we're talking about social media and stuff, let me give it a couple of shout outs. I want to get in the habit of like picking one person from each social media outlet, give it a
Yeah.
little thank you.
That's a great
So,
idea.
From Facebook, we got Charlie Greenbacker, who's been commenting on the page. Really cool.
Very cool, Charlie.
Instagram, we got Bulldogs33. That's Tommy.
My nephew Tommy.
Dude, he's been all over it. It's been
Yeah.
awesome.
On Discord, we got Dr. TLO.
Yeah.
He posted another Opus Angel share. I was like,
Ooh.
the doctor's in the house.
He's rubbing it in.
I love Angel shares. It's funny because that's one of the lower Opus. It's like my favorite. Love them.
And the last one I got was from YouTube from Sixer to Go. Who left it. He's a longtime Stogie review guy, and he left a comment. And I thought that was really cool, talking
Nice.
about the
Here's
old
to you
days.
guys.
Nice.
Thanks a lot. We appreciate that.
Spread the word.
We should keep doing that every.
Yeah,
And now will you tag them?
yeah, I
Perfect.
should do that.
I mean, it'd be nice, like I said, once we get this hooked up, Tommy could come in on here, join in for a little bit.
We could have our social media subscriber of the month or whatever come on the pod, just say what's up, say how you started listening to us, and put a face to a name.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Very doable with the new setup.
Yep.
Have we thought about it all, trying to get Tim in and the call in or something?
That'd be sweet. We got a lot of people that we want to get on.
I
A lot
know
of people.
the problem with Tim, where he's at, the phone service sucks really bad.
I mean, if we think about it, we just talked about the time. He's the one who brought this whole group together.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the godfather. He is the true founder of Sir Stogie.
The great godfather.
Yes.
He'd be cool to have on.
And he's got some stories, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Especially a lot of Muldoon stories.
I wish I could have met Chief. I think of all of the guys you guys talk about, I think Haig would have been the one that I related to the most.
He'd be the only one in here who'd fall asleep during the
He
podcast.
sounds like my grandfather. Just good guy.
He was great. He'd fall asleep in that chair. Ashes would fall. Mike would go over with the mirror, put it underneath his face.
Make sure it's still breathing. Chief, look what you did. That wasn't me.
Every time. That wasn't me.
Your cigar's laying in the ashes, dude.
And then he opened up with some comment about your grandmother, whether she's single or not.
And if she's on birth control.
Yes.
She on the pill?
You know?
He said that to Rob one time. I couldn't believe it.
That's awesome. Oh, for the either next Thursday or Tuesday when we film again, I want you guys to all, our buddy Kyle from the LA Cigar Collective, he had a YouTube video that came out and it was his top 5 smokes under $10. I want you guys to, we'll tease it now, but I want you guys to come prepared with your budget smokes that you like the most. His list was awesome. And I was like, you know what? We should do that. That's pretty cool. Stuff that doesn't break the bank. Nothing crazy, but everything that would be under $10.
Think about that.
I don't think I smoke one under 10. So it's like, this one's 9, so I would have to say maybe this is in there.
Today's pricing? I don't know that there is.
I
a lot
know.
under
You're
$10.
really pushing it
Yeah.
nowadays.
I
Might have to
remember-
bump that up to 15.
You might have to. Or else it's going to be factory smoke, vinegar.
Arturo Fuente Curly Head.
They still make that?
I think they do.
Chocolate white owl.
Philly 1.
This one doesn't have a name. It just says it's a boy.
Garcia Vega.
I seen someone smoke one of those just because it was cheap. I'm like, what are you doing? You had a baby? No, it was $4.
I got it on sale.
Somebody had a girl. They thought it was a boy. Cigars are discounted.
All right.
Go for it. Take us on out.
I just came just to close. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Smoke and Steel podcast, brought to you by StogieReview.com. From Mark, Eric, and Eric, Jimbo, and our fearless leader, Walt. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Who did the intro?
Mark, you want to give us a little,
Yeah,
on the end?
slap at the base.
Marky Mark on the bass.
Did you do the intro?
Yes, he did.
Let's go.
Slide.